That's the thing, is that who is the creator of laughter? Do you think Satan came up with that? We are created in the image of God. Where does humor come from? You think Satan is funny? Oh, he's miserable. He just brings misery into lives. All he can do is take and twist what God has made. God is the source of laughter, of humor, of delight. He's a God of delight. He delights in his children. He delights in himself. The Father says, "This is my Son, the beloved one, in whom I am well pleased, in whom I delight." And Father, Son, and Holy Spirit from eternity past had this utter happiness in one another. And then when Jesus says, when the Master says, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," enter into your Master's presence. Enter into your Master's what? Joy, your Master's happiness. And so the world he's created, Romans 1 says that this world, even this world now, under a curse, speaks forth the attributes of God. We should look at the beauties of creation and see the beauties of God. We should be able to look at animals, our golden retriever, Maggie Grace, who's a delight to Nancy and to me. We should be able to look at creatures such as an otter. And have you ever watched otters? What do all day? They eat and swim, and then they crawl up on slides and slide down into the water. That's pretty much their entire existence. That's what they want to do. Well, do you learn something about God from the otter? Well, we know creation is fallen. Yes, so there's animals that eat their young, and so we shouldn't decide that God eats his young. Okay, so I get that. But look at the goodness there still is, even in a fallen creation in which we can see God. So every time you take a walk, every time you look at flowers, every time you enjoy good music, see good art, rejoice and attribute to God. Every time you have a good meal, eat and drink. Jesus 8 times talked about how on the new earth, as resurrected people, his children, God's children, are going to get around. They're going to come from the east and the west. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will sit down with them at feasts.
Chicken fried steak, Krispy Kreme.
There you go.
Yeah, all there. Mashed potatoes.
and I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic, and I won't be anymore.
All right.
And I'll be able to have a lot of, the things that I can't eat now. But, what a delight it's going to be. God is the author of happiness. And Satan wants to make you think he's not. Why? Because God has wired us to want to be happy.
That's right.
And if he can convince us God isn't happy, that Jesus isn't happy, then we're not going to want to be with God and want to be with Jesus. And then we'll believe Satan's lie that we can find happiness over here his way in sin. Not true. That's a lie.